At our agency, we just filled our pipeline with 3 tools that are incredible, and I'm gonna tell you about them. Literally, when I came back from the 4th of July holiday, I had a completely booked 2 days in a row, whereas it was like pretty empty maybe a week before that. No, even less than a week before that. So I'm gonna just, no gatekeeping, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, and none of these tools, barking dog, I'm not selling anything here, okay? I'm gonna give you the links, I'm gonna give you the tool names, I'm gonna tell you how we used it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is going to work for anybody who's doing B2B outreach. This is not just about agency outreach. Certainly it's working for our agency, and we are now doing it for another agency that reached out to us. So we're about to engage on that. Here's what we're doing. First of all, in no particular order, LinkedIn outreach using an AI tool called Second Brain Labs, or it goes by SBL.so. And that tool does, you train it, you create personas, you can use your own LinkedIn accounts and or ones you rent that get branded to your business and are like basically SDR accounts, sales development representative. You train it, you tell it your voice, you tell it your personality, you tell it, hopefully you tell it the things you want to do, in what order, how you want to approach each conversation, blah, blah, blah. It creates a series of sequence of messages from the initial outreach connection message to follow-up messages. And you can leave that sucker on AI autopilot for a while. I recommend turning it off once you get an engaged person, just because why rely on the AI to say the next thing you want to say versus you saying it? If you have a live one, somebody's actually interested in what you're talking about, you should just take the training wheels off and ride the bike yourself. That thing's working great. I am in probably 10 highly engaged conversations right now on LinkedIn because of it. And I've had, I think, 5 booked appointments just in the last couple weeks alone. So that's a good start. The other one is contact form outreach. I recommend this you can use this for B2B, where you just reach out to companies on their websites with sincere messaging. This is like, I mean, listen, you can call it spam because you're contacting them, but it's no different than emailing. It's an email that's going to get delivered because it's on their contact form. And it's an opportunity for you to don't abuse their like pricing tools and misuse things if it's not a true contact form. But if it's a contact form where they're like, contact us, that's literally an invitation to contact them. You have every right to contact them. You have something to say to them. You believe you can better their business with your products or services. So guess what? Contact them. You have every right. And hopefully you have a good offer. And hopefully you have something that they're going to go, yeah, you know what? I need that. And if they don't, oh well, they'll ignore it. It's fine. Don't continue to spam them in the future. Just send one message one time to them for your brand and talk about what you do. And I won't get into the copywriting of it, but there's definitely some things you could say that are going to work better, where it feels genuine and human, like a real person actually put this in, which they technically do, because I have a team of guys that do this. There's like 5 guys in a room overseas that like do 500 an hour. I think they can even do more than that, but insane bandwidth that they can do. And we can get the records from a number of different places. That's working. I just had a call yesterday with a doctor based on that contact form spam, and she's totally jaded. She's had 30 marketing companies over 46 years, and she said none of them could ever, I hear this all the time, by the way, people like, nobody could ever generate, none of them ever worked out. And I'm like, wow, that sucks. Says, well, I feel like a used car salesman here. That's, oh man. Anyway, like the good used car salesman in a bad industry, but whatever. But she did ask me for a proposal, so we'll see how it goes. Point being, it works. And I think I've had others too. That's not the only one. That's just the one that happened yesterday, but I've had other ones. And we just started doing that about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. We're doing like 500 a day right now. And yeah, I can hit different products and service offerings and talk about different things, but it's really good. Contact form outreach works. It's also very low cost because there's no ad spend, just like LinkedIn. Although with LinkedIn, a lot of times you want to do like sales nav or maybe like rent those SDR accounts so you can have some additional expenses, but they're both pretty cost efficient. Those 2 are killing it for us right now. The other thing that's killing it in the cost category is TikTok ads. TikTok ads are working really well. They did not work for crap the first 2 weeks, and I was literally about to shut it off. I was like, I don't really like it. And then all of a sudden the floodgates opened. In fact, the day that I told my ad manager, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. literally that day we got a good lead for the first time. And then every day since, it's been gangbusters. So that's actually gone number one with a bullet, much to my surprise, over those other things. But all three of those together are working very harmoniously to fill our sales pipeline pretty nicely right now. So there you have it. There is one other thing that I'm running, but I haven't seen the fruit from it yet. I have gotten some engagement, but it's a ringless voicemail. I think I've talked about it on here before, where you can drop a voicemail pre-recorded, or it could be an AI simulation of your voice if you want to do that. I don't like doing that so much, but it can put it into somebody's cell phone voicemail. You have to have cell phone numbers to do that, but you put it in their cell phone voicemail and they'll be like, oh, I missed the call. And then they call back, or they text you a lot of times, or what have you. So again, if they call you back, you got to be ready with like a reason why you called them. So you have to be a little preparation in that. It's not like the convenience of going back and forth in email, but it's also the immediacy of actually getting a human being on the phone. So kind of like depending on your personality type, your salesmanship, what you do, that may or may not be a good solution. We're still testing it out. I'm trying to get a feel for whether it works, but I'm trying to get a feel for whether or not it like fits me and what I want to do right now. I might use it with like sales people rather than myself in the future. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I have over the last year or so tested probably 15 tools or techniques or systems or what have you. And those are the ones that are working. And so I'm keeping those. Those are my long-term standbys. We've also had success with meta ads in the past. We'll probably reintroduce that. We just don't need to right now because TikTok's providing plenty, but we'll probably turn those on as well because meta still works. And the TikTok and meta algorithms are really good at connecting with people that are connected to what you do and are interested, as you have probably noticed here on TikTok.